In the early 1900s, an old-time peddler traveled from Fairmont to Fairview with his heavy pack of goods on his back. Everyone liked him and seemed happy to have him come, not only to display his wares, but also to report any news. The peddler was such a good, kind, and interesting man that people missed him when he stopped coming. It seemed as if he had disappeared. No one had heard or seen anything of him until finally his body was found stuck in a barrel, which had been rolled into the valley below Buttermilk Hill. On dark, dreary nights, people would stay away from this hill. They tried to pass over it before dark because it was said that when one came to the top of the hill, the peddler's ghost would ride with him in his buckboard wagon or buggy, or behind him on his horse, until he arrived at the first house at the foot of the hill. Jack Toothman, who worked in the mines at Granttown, always rode a brown mare between the mines and his house at Monumental. He usually tried to cross the hill before dark, but one night he stopped at a bar in Granttown. There he started drinking and talking with some of his friends, and before he knew it, darkness had appeared. That night Jack met the ghost of Buttermilk Hill. Some time later, neighbors were awakened by a pounding at their door. When the man opened his door, he saw Jack standing on the porch. He was as white as a sheet and shaking all over, so frightened he could hardly talk. He swore that the ghost had jumped on his horse behind him, wrapped its cold arms around his waist, and ridden with him until he got to the bottom of the hill. He said he had fought with it all the way down the hill, but could not get it off until he reached the bottom. From that time on, he always made sure he got past the hill before dark.